statement by saying, I'm a very blunt person and I don't know you personally,
Yeah,
but you sound like a fucktard right now.
it's an
Because
ongoing story. People, that are prone to be more irresponsible will argue this fact or try to make it seem like it's righteous for these abortions and this. No, like there's no need. Like if you're doing the right thing, no, you have planned and put things together for preborn, afterborn, preschool, and this, that, and the other. I don't like you support like if you really can self-govern yourself if you because I mean that's the whole thing with conservatives. We're more on the like with the Republic side where it's you can govern yourself. You should be able to govern yourself, but if you out here making stupid mistakes and I got to come up and figure out a way to take care of the mistakes that you're making, allowing, what I'm saying, like I don't get it. You can point the finger as much as you want, but it just be more responsible.
You're talking like nothing ever happens. Like
Yeah,
people
no,
don't
like
make
what?
mistakes. Let me I missed some damn comments a long ass time ago. I'm real late. I'm sorry, y'all. It says off with their heads, laugh my ass off. True, Papa Joe fell from his bike, and if you can't abort, maybe people would think twice before having sex. Yeah, right.
Oh, oh, you didn't want to hear that, did you? Who said that? Doc? Is Doc sitting in the background
Eh,
somewhere?
No, that's not Doc. Yeah, and
I mean,
see,
there's more people that think that way than you might think because it's just like, bro. I mean, like we got to get it together. Like, I mean, like we got so many failures here in America because we just give, so many, like, I mean, look, I fall into the obese category, but it's because we have too many options to eat bad that, you know,
so you're saying that people aren't responsible enough to not eat trash just because they have all these options to eat trash.
what?
That that's what it sounds like you're saying. This is Michael Moore. Let me read this right here. Michael Moore posted this. This is a picture from Handmaid's Tale, and his caption says, "Make no mistake, the Supreme Court, two-third men and two-third Catholic, today forced its religious zealotry and bigotry upon an entire nation. We are now all told we must adhere to the teachings of the Catholic Church and Jerry Falwell. A fertilized egg is now a full-blown human being. Madness. This is all about the patriarchy wanting to continue their control over the majority gender, to keep their boot on the necks of women, to enforce the fact that these women are nothing more than second-class citizens, breeders, forced to give birth against their will. Shame."
You don't think it's they're saying Catholicism, but you don't think I mean because I mean Catholicism isn't the only religion that thinks that way. I mean Islam doesn't believe in all that like abortions and stuff like that.
so what
But
happened to the separation of church and state?
I said that earlier. And they're talking about the Catholics on the Supreme Court specifically. The Supreme Court is the ones that's made these decisions.
That's the thing. But see, it's not illegal to have an abortion. It's up to the states now. So now now you don't respect the state that you live in because
It's
now.
still illegal because if you got to remember the legislation that was created that allows any citizen with the knowledge of a woman traveling outside her state of origin to get an abortion, they now have the ability to get $10,000 for snitching, and they don't even have to know you. So that is an illegality because she's going to go to jail. Not to mention, there's also provisions in that law that says if you have a miscarriage, you can go to jail.
I think they already took a lady to jail for that. I saw a story about that
Hmm.
here in
What
Texas.
I would say, I know that they had that. They came up with that for Texas. So is every state doing that now?
It doesn't
Well,
matter. We thought this is our reality here in the state of Texas where we live.
yeah, and I don't know, man. And it's like, damn it, I was gonna say something about
So,
the
so let me ask her. So, do you feel like women really are that like are irresponsible to where they like I mean, is it that many mishaps happening that
Why does the irresponsibility have to fall strictly on the women? The men are the ones that are, have the ability to impregnate, an infinite amount of women in their lifetime, whereas women have so many eggs, you know what I'm saying? So already there's the disparity there. So why does the irresponsibility have to fall on women when you have options like the new 10-year birth control shot for the men that they aren't even publicizing or putting to the forefront, like, here guys, here's another alternative, you know what I'm saying, to help on your end versus getting a
well,
vasectomy or anything like that, which is
well,
also reversible.
Well, I think that because most of the birth control was not geared toward us. Now, I mean, I think that that's a viable option that
it's
I think will
it's
be,
it's there now, it's out there,
yeah,
but it's not
yeah.
being
I
presented.
think, and I think it'll be more. I think it'll be more widely available. But why would a man
Damn
concentrate?
availability. Damn
But listen,
availability. They're making legislation as far as women's bodies. Why not make that a legislation? Why not make
well,
it
see, but that's
uh,
what women
uh,
always do. But that's what y'all always do, y'all. Yeah, because see, y'all want control over what the man can do, and y'all don't like. He don't have no right to make a decision over your body. But like,
no, he doesn't.
it's still the responsibility of the man to not get the woman pregnant instead of them saying, all right, you know what, this dude, I no, regardless if it's this dude, the next dude, or whatever. Like, if you don't want to be pregnant, you don't want to deal with that responsibility. Like, because you can be pregnant, and you would have to give up 9 months of your life for this child. Or I mean, that's the beginning. Of course, the 18 years that follows.
God, for,
Why wouldn't you take a step to make sure that you don't get pregnant?
I'm going to preface this statement by saying I'm a very blunt person and I don't know you personally,
Yeah.
but you sound like a fucktard right now because you are negating your own personal responsibility. Why can't you take responsibility for your own sperm, sir?
What? No, I do. I had my first child came at 35. My only child at 35 years
I'm
old.
not talking about you specifically. You are
But but
talking about women as a
but
whole. And I'm talking
but
about
but,
men as a whole. Why
but
can't you all be responsible for your own sperms, sirs?
well, well, look, I can mostly speak for myself, ma'am.
But
But
you're speaking in general as to the women in general. You're speaking
yes,
about all of these women
yes,
and lumping
because
them into one. So you got to be able to take the medicine that you're setting on the table. You got to be able to take your own
I
shot if
can't.
you want somebody
I
else to
can't.
take their shot as well.
I can, and it bothers me not because for one, I mean, this doesn't affect me. This doesn't affect me because
Which is
I've
and
been
that
responsible.
just
I have
goes
been
back
I've
that
been
goes back
responsible
to the
with my
whole thing of,
sperms,
you don't have a uterus, so you really shouldn't have a say about it, and
but I
the
do
whole
because
point really should be moot.
I mean this thing being cluttered all over my television. I mean, it obviously gives.
That's
I
because
mean,
do you have any daughters?
no.
Oh man, well, you have a very, very
Well, I
special
still would.
position.
I
There's a
still wouldn't be
very
concerned.
special position for you on a seat in the corner on mute.
But no, that's not true because guess what? I still have a voice that people need to hear because regardless, if I had daughters, I would not allow like I'm gonna like that's not gonna like you're not gonna go out there and just be spreading your pussy around and fucking
And
and
oh
having
my
babies.
God, God bless you. You cannot control
yeah.
um
So what if your daughter was to get pregnant at 14? What if it
She's gonna.
happens?
I mean, as long as she didn't get raped, she's having the baby because she's gonna have to
Oh,
take
but there's no
responsibility.
protection for rape, baby. There's no protection for rape or incest in this law. So, as far as this law goes, she having the baby regardless. That's what they're saying. And even if at this 14-year-old child has an ectopic pregnancy, which means the baby is developing in the fallopian tube, which is very life threatening, she's still not allowed to get an abortion. and
Well,
she
I mean,
will die.
well, I tell you what, because I live under different circumstances than the average person, so I mean, I can make a decision that others cannot. So,
No,
uh,
see, now you're trying to operate outside of the law, which is what we're talking about. We're talking about
no,
the law.
well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm self-governing. I don't need the United States or Texas to tell me what I can or cannot do.
That's the same. That is what women are saying. Essentially, you have hit the nail on the head, but still failed to see your own point.
No, I have not failed to. No, I don't care because it doesn't affect
But you're
me.
very opinionated for someone who doesn't care.
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like people can easily be more responsible because I mean,
That goes
these
both
mishap,
ways.
these
That door
mishaps,
swings both ways. You cannot
these
just solely say women need to
I
be more
can.
responsible.
I can because
You can.
yeah, they do. They need to be more responsible because
People
it,
people who have sex need to be more responsible.
I agree totally, but at the
And
same
that
time,
goes for
the
both
woman
genders.
the woman is the one who has the most choice in all of this. So, you
The
know,
woman is the one should have the most choice in all of this. Hence the
she's
argument that
most
we're
likely
having.
the one to decide that the sex is going to happen. She's most likely to decide whether this guy is okay to go without a condom or,
God bless you. You've never heard of stealthing, have you?
stealthing.
Stealthing, yes.
What is
It's a
that?
very
Please
real
enlighten
thing.
me. Please
Stealthing is
enlighten me.
when a guy starts having sex with a woman, but unbeknownst to the woman, takes the condom off during sex. That's stealthing.
Well, no, I don't know anything about that. I've been legit all my life. I don't play games, and you
And once
know,
again, you're
I've been
personalizing it. For someone who
what.
doesn't care, you keep going back to your own personal life.
Because I mean, I have to be able to fit it into my own, vision, the things that
That
I
is
can see.
for what? I mean, you fitting it into your own vision doesn't bring any truth to the conversation. That's only your
No,
conversation, your
well,
personal.
it's everything that you're saying is based on opinion as well. Because I mean,
It's
first of all,
not. It is
it is.
absolutely not because I have been raped. I have been coerced. I have been molested by a family member. All of those things could have been me. I can speak on it 100% from my experience.
Okay. Well, you know what? I appreciate hearing what you have to say, but I mean, I have just as much of a voice here too, because under the circumstances, because I mean,
Well, you can
we're
everybody
looking,
has their own
we're
opinion. You can think that,
no,
sweetheart, but you
but
really
ma'am,
don't.
listen, just instead of being so angry, I mean, because
I'm
my
not
thing is,
angry. I'm
what
the
was
thing
it?
about it is you sound like someone who is coming from
I'm
the
not
very
politically
far
correct
outside. And you wouldn't even let me finish. You
because I'm
sound
not
like someone
politically
who's
correct.
you sound like someone who's looking through a blurry window and getting opinions from what you hear outside, not from anywhere inside the situation where you actually can have from some experience some wisdom to add to the particular conversation.
Well, ma'am, I've been living long enough to have. I've had women who had abortions that, you know, decided, with on their own. So yeah, maybe I'm bitter. I don't know. Maybe we can talk. You want to
You
add
just
that to
said
it?
you didn't
Yeah.
care.
No,
You said
what I'm saying.
over and over
No,
you didn't care. It's either
because
you
I
don't
didn't
care or you're
because I
bitter.
didn't have any say. Because I didn't have any say.
Shaka, I'm gonna need you to interject, my boy. I'm gonna need you to
I,
interject.
I'm just I'm here for the popcorn right now,
I'm
but
just saying, my boy, you gotta be hearing what I'm hearing.
I'm hearing you, and you're making the same argument I've been making this whole time, really.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Because
I'm here, but from your guest, you gotta be
I
I
hearing the
have
mean,
same thing I'm
just
hearing.
because y'all
I
have
have
the
two
same argument
daughters.
doesn't mean that you're right. I mean, like, look, I mean, we're here now. So I mean, why like either you do something to make a difference there, or you make the changes you need to keep from being affected by it in totality. Like,
It doesn't affect you, so you are on the outside looking in, spitting opinions.
well, I told him earlier, I want to talk about when we're going to do something about the fuel. Look, like this conversation, I knew it wasn't for me, but I'm here. I'm glad you came. Y'all can kumbaya as much as y'all want or y'all need, but like honestly, like I really like. Look, I look. Women have
It's okay. It's okay.
the women
Hey,
have the
check this
most
out.
decision in
Check
throughout
this
all
out.
of it, and
Hey, check
obviously,
this out. No, listen, sir. Just give me 1 minute. We used to rap together and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm used to making men speechless, so it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you can calm down. You can relax. You don't have to worry about stuttering or anything like that. I'm on
well,
my
I'm trying
shit.
not to be
I know what I'm
offensive.
talking
Like
about,
I'm trying
and
not to
it's
be
like
offensive, but
it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
it
It's
is okay. It
okay.
is
It is
okay.
okay.
But since this affects you so much, like get look, be the activist that we want everybody to be. Do something about it.
Oh, what you talking about? Every young girl that I know of, you know what I'm saying, that's in a situation that doesn't have somebody like me in their ear or somebody like Chaka in their ear. I made phone calls and texts to them today. That is my activism. I made sure for them to know that it's real out here in the field, that they don't give a fuck about you, and you might want to just go ahead and close your legs. But guess what comes with that? Guess what comes with the refusal of having sex? More fucking violence. Men already think they control women's bodies as far as partners are concerned. So when you have men and women that have been sleeping together, that have had a sexual relationship and everything, now this law and legislation has come about. The
What
woman
men
says,
do
"You know
you know?
what? I don't want to
What
have any
men do you know?
babies."
What men do
Excuse me?
you do? I'm just, I mean, you with the idea, what you just said. I mean, it
I
just
live in the
brings me
real
to
world of
me
reality. I
too,
keep
me
up with
too,
news from around the world
me
and
too.
all around America, and especially women's issues and the violence that is perpetrated against women already, already without the added factor of refusing to have sex because she don't want to get pregnant. It's already deplorable. Now, just about imagine the numbers, numbers of domestic violence that is going to come about because of women refusing to have sex with their husbands, boyfriends, partners, whatever.
Wow.
It's not a laughing matter, sir.
No,
It
no,
is not a laughing matter,
because
sir.
I look, you know what? The real world that you live in, God, thank God, I don't live in that one.
Well, we live in the same world, sir.
Do we?
Chaka, Chaka, I had to
Do
jump
we?
on this one because it's like a world issue or whatever, but I can't do it. I love you,
It's
brother. Keep doing your thing and everything. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
it's hard to do this. It's a struggle.
Yeah. Handle your business. I'm proud of you. I love you. Keep up the good fight and all that other good shit. But I can't do it. All right. Peace. Good night.
All right, love you too.
Yeah, just woke up.
Mad interesting to me. I was about to go to sleep and this just woke me up.